Okay. As I told you the other day, today we are discussing the questions of the last chapter, ERM, or Enterprises Management. So once we are done with it, we cover the entire syllabus. So what I'm planning to do is, after this paper, we will do one with random questions from different topics and see how we can tackle them. Right. Let me share the screen. Hope you can see the screen. Right. So we will start with the question number 1. So I'm waiting only 5 responses yet. Right. Now I think all of us are getting ready for the exams. So we all must be ready with the knowledge. Right. So I can see around 9 today. Anyway, let's see. The question is, much of the effort involved in ERM at present is, ERM is Enterprise Risk Management. Ensuring risks are given the most appropriate risk category, the risk reporting process, understanding the interrelationship between the different risk types that face a business, the best method of effectively communicating the risk. All these points are valid points. Right? All these points are valid points. When we talk about risk management, we focus on all of them. But the question is about, where do we put much of the effort? And also, we are talking about ERM. The correct answer, therefore, is understanding the interrelationship between the different risk types that face a business. So this interrelationship drives the overall risk of the organization. If you just take the risk in isolation, you can see different risk types, credit risk, operational risk, etc. But it's also important to understand the composite impact or the overall impact of all these risk factors. So when you combine them, it is not merely the addition of individual risk. It's a totally different risk profile altogether. So it's important that organizations understand that holistic risk profile. For that, you need to know the interconnection among different risk types. So that is where most of the efforts are put in the current context. So the correct answer is therefore question number 1. C. Let's go to the next question. Question number 2.
Bye, darling. Halaka. Bye. Bye.
Right, again, I have 5 responses. Let's see. The question is, which of the following is an important factor when considering implementing an enterprise risk management function? Right? Important factor. External auditor approval, compliance approval, regulatory approval, leadership in the formation of a favorable risk culture. Yes, as all of you have said, the correct answer is D. So I will not explain it because all of you have given the correct answer. Right, good. Let's go to the next question. I still have 4 responses. Let's see. Question. Which of the following is not a key area to consider when implementing an effective ERM policy? Right? Not. Remember the keyword, not. Not a key area. Has a firm adopted a common process for risk management? Are risk management tools being managed effectively and consistently? Do all the firms' business and operational plans consider risks as well as opportunities? Have all staff been trained in risk management issues? If you look at the given list of things, the least, right, or area that is not considered. Wow. There's a battle between C and D. So again, read the question. Which is the following is not a key area to consider when implementing an effective ERM policy. Right? When you look at the risk policy, if you think that the staff is not trained, then let us develop the policy to suit the staff. That is a wrong approach. Whether or not the staff is ready, whether they are trained or not, you have to define your risk policy. And if there's a training issue, you must address it separately or you need to outsource. That's a different one. But you should not be guided, right? When you define the risk policy based on the staff training. Right? We identify that as a gap later. So the correct answer therefore is D, not C. Some of you have said C, but the correct answer is D. Right? Read it again if you are not sure what the question is and how logical the answers are. Right. Question number 3. It's D. Right. Let's go to question number 4. Right, I've got 6 responses this time. Let's see. The question is, which one of the following business functions would not typically participate in an ERM program? Finance, strategic planning, operations, credit risk. Now, we are talking about enterprise risk management. Right? Now, again, this is a tricky one. Right? The strategic departments are anyway coming under that. Finance, strategic planning is there. Then credit risk. Credit risk is a risk department. They will involve. The C is not about the operational risk department. It's operations. Right? They will not involve in risk management programs. They will involve when implementing. They will have their duty as the first line of defense. But when you talk about the risk management program, it should be the departments that have a link to the risk management or responsibility for risk management. So it's finance, strategic planning, and credit risk. Operations department is not a part of that. So the correct answer is C. Okay. Question 4. C. Let's go to question number 5. Right. I've got 5 responses. Let's see. How is ERM different to any risk management process? ERM integrates the management of all risks within the firm. ERM focuses on the key risks facing a firm. ERM is more concerned about the risk reporting method. ERM is the fashionable term given to risk management. I think the answer is quite obvious if you look at the given answers, responses, right? So the correct answer is A. Correct answer is A. Question number 5. A. Let's go to question number 6. But I've got still 4 responses. Still 4 responses, but let me see. Which of the following is not an objective of enterprise risk management? Not an objective, right? To manage the consequences of risk in an integrated manner, that is an objective. To ensure the firm uses a top-down approach, let's park it. To provide an understanding of total risk exposure, yeah. To optimize the overall risk process. So from the given list of things, the second one, to ensure the firm uses a top-down approach, that is not an objective of ERM. Top-down or bottom-up, you can use in other risk management areas as well. It's an approach, right? So the correct answer is B. Question number 6, B. Let's go to question number 7. Right. I've got still 3 responses. The response rate is coming down. Right. Probably due to the IPL factor. So let's see. Question number 7. Which of the following is not a key risk within enterprise risk management? Key risk within enterprise risk management. Market risk, strategic risk, business risk, reputation risk. So, as we have discussed even before, the correct one is reputational risk. Reputational risk. The answer is D. Let's go to question number 8. But I got 6 responses this time. I wanted more responses, right? So this is the question. Which of the following is not one of the purposes of enterprise risk management? Not again. To manage the consequences of risk in an integrated manner, to provide an understanding of total risk exposure, to optimize the overall risk process, to remove risk from all areas on an integrated basis. I think we all know you cannot remove risk, right? Risk management is not about removing risk. So therefore, the correct answer is D. So all who have given the answers have picked the correct answer. It's D. Question number 8. G. Let's go to the next question. Question number 9. Right, I've got 4 responses. Let's see the question. Which one of the following is not the specific goal of an ERM-oriented program? To define the firm's risk appetite in the context of its aggregated risk profile, to define and quantify its market risk exposure, to enable decision-making through aggregated risk reporting, to allow comparison of the firm's risk profile to the available risk capital. Again, this is not a difficult one, but somewhat tricky also. But if you look at the given responses, to define and quantify market risk exposure, right? So that is not, ERM is holistic risk, not just market risk. So the correct answer therefore is B, right? It's B. Question 9, B. Let's go to question number 10. That's the last question. Right, I've got 6 responses. I've got 6 responses. Let's see the question. ERM allows firms to do all of the following apart from which one? Right? All of the following apart from which one? Assign the firm's limited resources to the areas of most relative risk. Compare the firm's risk profile to the available risk capital. Develop a sound model risk governance framework. Use the firm-wide risk view to define the firm's risk appetite. Right. Question is, allows firms to do all of them apart from. Right. So let's see the exception. So if you look at the given responses, assign the following resources to the areas of most relevant risk. Understood. That's relevant. If you look at C, develop a sound model risk governance framework. So again, when we are looking at overall firm-wide risk on the ERM, why do we want to look at one specific aspect of risk? So therefore, that is the odd answer here, right? Incompatible answer here. So develop a sound model risk is the correct answer. Question 10. See. Right. So that concludes chapter 10 as well. So we have discussed questions from all the chapters, but I saw in all these cases, we have knowledge gaps in most of the cases. When I see the answers, we always see a mix of responses. Only in few cases we saw everyone was giving the correct answer. So it's important that we practice this. So get the logic right. And as we saw, there are certain questions you feel that there are several answers are very close, but you have to pick the correct answer. That's very challenging if you don't study the theory, especially the concepts. So it's very important that we understand them and apply. So I suggest that you keep on trying these questions over and over. Although you have done it before, try again and try to understand what it says and then figure out the answer. So what I suggest now is we have done all the 10 chapters. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to talk about questions from random chapters, and then we see how we fare. Sometimes you wouldn't know what the topic is or the chapter is. So for that, I suggest that instead of taking the break at 8:30, probably we can take the break now, and then we'll get back with a fresh set of questions, mixed questions, then we'll tackle them. So you have a challenge in identifying the question as well as judging the topic as well, right? So we'll take, now it's 8:06. So let's get back by 8:25, 20 minutes, yeah? 20 minutes. Right, I think everyone is back. So what I have done was I have shared the question paper through the chat box. You can download it if you want. Right, let me open it. Hope you all can see the screen. Right. So whoever just came, I'm not sure whether you can download the file. It's available in chat box. Okay, let's start. This particular paper contains questions from all the 10 chapters. It covers the entire areas, random questions. Let's see how we fare this. Right. First question. Right, I've got 5 responses. Let's see what the question is. Which of the following is not included in the specific key areas of risk that affects financial services according to the Bank for International Settlement? Fund liquidity risk, asset liquidity risk, political risk, interest rate risk. Yes, as all of you have given correctly, the answer is C. The answer is C. Let's go to the question number 2. So the first question was from the first topic. Right. I've got 5 responses for that. Let's see what the question is. The firm is attempting to understand the interactions between internal risk drivers and is assessing the risk it would face should there be a repeat of a major IT failure. This is an example of scenario analysis, risk assessment workshop, SWOT analysis, stress testing. Yes, I think most of you have got it right. It's a scenario. It's a scenario analysis. Answer is A. Good. Let's go to question number 3. I think I've got a power interruption here. Dilini, I think you have got the host. Can you assign it to me, please?
So how can I do that?
You have to select my name and you go to the participant list. Okay, got it. Thank you. We were question number 3. Let me share it again. Right, let's see the question. The development of key process control avoidance answer. So the correct answer is risk mitigation. All of you have given the correct answer. Right. So the correct answer for question number 3 is A. Let's go to question number.
Explanation.
Sorry.
Question number 2, not the third one. 2. In that kind of question, how do you distinguish scenario and stress testing?
Yeah. It's like this. You know the difference between a scenario and a stress testings. Scenario, multiple
Situation,
variables
no?
can change, right?
Yeah, situation changes.
Yeah, stress test one variable at a time. So here they are giving a situation. It says repeat of a major IT failure. So IT failure can have multiple variable impacts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you do a calculation or anything, so it says if you are considering a situation with interest rate going up by 5% or something, there is specific variable movement, then it's stress testing. But here they're talking about a incident or a scenario or situation. So that you can understand it can have impact on multiple variables.
Right, thank you.
Okay, got it. So we've done question number 3 as well. Now let's go to question number 4. I'm sorry, again I got a disconnection. This time also Billy has to help me. Thank you. Right. Let's see the question. So most of you are giving the correct same answer. Let's see. The BIS defines operational risk as a risk of loss resulting from inadequate or failed internal processes, people, and systems, excluding external event. Incorrect. Failure of inadequate internal processes, people, and system, excluding external event. Incorrect. Failure of adequate internal processes, people, and systems, or from external events. Inadequate or failed internal processes, people, and systems, or from external events. Yes, it's not just failure; it's also about inadequacies. Therefore, the correct answer is D. All of you have given the correct answer. Good. Question number 4. D. Let's go to question number 5. Right. Let's see the question. Losses arising from attempts by staff to circumvent regulations would be classed as which event type for operational risk purposes? Employment practices, business practices, damage to physical assets, internal fraud. It's very clear. You don't have to think twice. Attempts by staff to circumvent regulations. Right? Purposefully, staff is trying to violate regulations. That is coming under fraud. It's a fraud. Right? It's a fraud. So the correct answer is D, internal fraud. Right. Question 5, T. Let's go to question number 6. Right. I've got 4 responses. Let's see the question. So I'm trying to finish this as much as possible today. Let's finish it. Let's go fast. An assessment of the potential external risk facing a firm has been undertaken, and a typical ranking hierarchy has been applied to the identified risk, which should warrant the most immediate attention. Risk C has a probability of 3 and impact of 5. A has probability of 1, impact of 1. B, probability of 2 and impact of 3. D, probability of 4, impact of 2. So how do you get risk? Probability into impact. 5 into 3, 15, 1 into 1, 1, 2 into 3, 6, 4 into 2, 8. So those are the mathematical answers or the calculated risk figures. So if you look at this, the highest one is the first, 5 into 3, 15. So your attention should be there because that's where the higher risk is. So the correct answer is A. Yeah, most of you have given the correct answer. Let's go fast and see if we can finish as much as possible. Right. So let's go fast. I've got 5 responses. Which of the following is an advantage of the bottom-up measurement method? It is quick to implement. It addresses risk and control issues at the process level. It does not take account of market-wide issues. It makes the maintenance of firm risk profiles simpler. Right. So as most of you have figured it out, yeah, all of you. The correct answer is it does not take account of market-wide issues. Right? So then you don't have to worry. You're going from bottom to up. So all of you have given the correct answer is B. Yeah. Let's go fast. Question number 8. Let's go fast. Right, I've got 5 responses. Let's see. Which one of the following techniques identifies the difference between the interest rate paid on a borrowing and a default-free security? Right, credit rating, credit exposure, credit risk premium, credit limit. I think you should get it right. You can't go wrong. This is the risk premium. So when you compare two different risk profiles, and if you have a higher interest rate for another, that means you are compensating the risk differential. So that is the risk premium. The answer is C. Majority of you have given the correct answer. Question 8, C.
Sir, can you confirm the answer to question number 7?
B.
It addresses risk and controls at the process level.
Sorry?
Its answer is B, right? For question number 7?
Yeah, I'll say what I have put B. Yeah. Let's see. You want to confirm it? Hold on. Which of the following is an advantage of the bottom-up measure? It addresses the risk and control issues at the process level. It's an advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's other method. You go to the top. You miss that part. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Question number 9 we discussed. No, you had to do question number 9, right? Yeah. Let me test the board. I've got 4 responses. Let's see. In order to place senior management in a position where they are able to prevent situations occurring that may result in losses for the organization, firms need to establish processes which define the criteria that identify counterpart issues which are due for settlement within less than 3 months, require escalations, with new counterparties, or with foreign counterparts. Okay. Yes, as all of you have given, the correct answer is B, which require escalation. You are trying to mitigate it, right? Correct answer is B. Let's go to question number 10. Right. Let's see the question. Value at risk is often used to control evaluating credit worthiness, counterparty exposure, trading book risk, credit limits. So, value at risk, we use it for what risk? We are using it for market risk. Market risk. So, market risk is there in the trading book. The correct answer is C. Level. Right, let's see. I've got 5 responses. Which one of the following tools is used to ascertain the relationship between variables? Regression, historical loss analysis, sensitivity analysis, distribution analysis. So it's obvious, it's regression. Regression analysis is where we look at relationship between two variables. Correct answer is A. Question number 12. Let's go fast. Right. Let's see the question. In a normal distribution curve, the percentage of data that will be written to standard deviation of the mean is, I don't want to waste time, it's 95.5. 95.5, we have discussed this enough. Right? That is A. Right? One standard 68, two standard 95, three standard 99. That's what we do. So the correct answer is A. Right. Yes, the previous question, the answer A was for question 11. I have mistakenly typed it as question 10. It should be question 11. A. Now question 12 also the answer is A. Sorry about the previous typo. Question 10, answer C. Let's go to question number 13. Right. Question number 13. Which one of the following would be used to compare actual daily trading losses to the predicted value at risk figure as a measurement of market risk? Regression, historical simulation, stress testing, back testing. Now this time you are comparing your plan versus predicted. You go back and see what you predicted was correct. Yeah, that is called back testing. That's called back testing. Answer is D. Most of you have given the correct answer. Question number 14. Right, I've got 4 responses. Let's go past. Which of the following would be generally be used to mitigate market risk, including break clauses in contrast to for certain circumstances, limiting size of the loss the trader is able to make on a transaction, using legally enforceable documentation required close net netting, taking collateral from counterparties promptly. I think again the answer is very clear here. So we are trying to mitigate market risk. That means the selling in the market, right? You get the price volatility. So limiting the size of the loss trader is able to make on a transaction. Then you limit it, then you have to stick to that. Then you make sure that it won't go beyond that. Loss limits. So the correct answer is B. B. Right, question number 14. B. Let's go to question number 15. Right. Let's see the question 15. Which one of the following methods involve taking an offsetting position to reduce market risk in a portfolio? Hedging, short selling, optimization, diversification. I think these are all familiar terms, right? When you're taking offsetting positions, when you are losing from one side, you are getting the gain from the other side. So the correct answer is A. Question 15A, that is hedging. You can do a few more. Let's go quickly. Question number 16. Right. Question number 16. If an individual invests £10,000 into a 5% coupon bond at a price of 200, the nominal income return would be 250,510. Not a difficult question. It's a very easy one. What is the answer? Read the question again. They're asking about price of 200. Invest £10,000. So we naturally go for 10,000 into 5%. What is 10,000 into 500? 500, right? There, or something. Now remember, I have discussed similar question before. There is a standard price for bonds, right? The interest is paid on the standard price, not on the market price. When the bond is issued, there is a standard price that is £100, right? Generally, the standard price is 100. But this person is paying 200 with a premium of 100%. So for 10,000, you buy pounds worth 5,000 on standard terms. So your interest is 5,000 into 5%. That is 250. 250. That's the correct answer. So I think don't forget it. I have discussed similar example before as well. Your coupon is based on the standard price or the nominal value, not on the market price. The correct answer is A. Let's do one more. 17. Right, I've got only 2 responses for the last question. Or is it still, because it's a calculation? Let me see. An investor places £10,000 into a fixed rate account paying 3.25 per annum for a fixed period of 3 years. Inflation is expected to run for 2% for the period of the term. What will be the nominal balance of the account at the end of the term, assuming that the interest is reinvested at the same rate? So 10,000 into 3.25% into, so that to the power 3. So in this case, the inflation is given as a misleading information. Why? The question is about what will be the nominal balance. So if we are supposed to give the real balance, then you need to look at the inflation and discount it. But the question is about the nominal balance. You simply take 10,000 into, I'll show you the calculation, how you do that. You take 10,000 into 1.0325. That means 1 plus 3.25%. That's how we get it, right? That figure to the power 3 times, right? You have to first calculate this. That means 1.0325 into 1.035 into 1.0325, 3 times. That's the answer multiplied by 10,000. So you can use the calculator and see the answer comes to something around 11,000 something. Yeah, it's the correct answer is this one, B. Right, correct answer is B. Right, in the interest of time, I'll stop with that. So I suggest that you do the rest of the questions at home and see if you can keep the answers ready. So there are about 8 more questions or 7, I think. So no 8 more questions. You can try them. And I am planning to complete the lessons by the next week, because we can keep on doing these questions over and over again, but the same thing until you get this right. I think you must be now ready with the mock exam and then the final exams. Before you forget the subject, do the exam and be familiar with this. So we'll do some more sums next week. Probably we can finish it off by next week with that. And if you all still have any questions, clarification, you can come with those. I can help you to resolve them. Any questions? Okay, if that's the case, that's it for today. We'll see you next week.